Welcome, everyone, to high school football here at the Woodforest Bank Stadium. We have a good matchup tonight. I am your color commentator, Peyton Reeves, and I'm joined by your play-by-play commentator, Rick Reeves.
Welcome, everybody. High school football, here we go. 2026 season underway. The Woodlands Highlanders with their Bridgeland Bears coming into town tonight. This should be a very, very tough matchup for the Highlanders. Bridgeland was a playoff team last year. A lot of fun. This should be for a first game coming in. Even with the crazy weather we have here, we're on a little bit of a delay. Had some lightning in the area, but looks like we're should be good to go here, Peyton, tonight. So a fun matchup.
Yeah, we will have a fun matchup tonight. Let's get into a little info about the team, shall we? So Jim Rapp, the head coach for the Highlanders, this is his 9th season with them. He has an overall record of 69-28, and he has led them to 31 consecutive playoff appearances, which is pretty crazy. They finished 9-3 last season in the district. They placed 3rd, only behind the College Park Cavaliers and the Willis Wildcats. So pretty crazy season for them.
It's going to be a different Woodlands team this year. They've got a new defensive coordinator. Coach Tolliver taking over for Coach Bartolozzi, who stepped into an administrative role this year. A lot of defensive departures from last season, a lot of seniors on that team. As we checked in, there were 6 that ended up and playing football in college this season, including linebacker Cole Carlin, who went to Midwestern State. There was Jairi Jefferson, big impact on that defensive line for 3 years on varsity at A&M Kingsville with defensive back Dang Way. The leaders, I think where you're going to see the biggest difference is in the defensive backfield here, where Kason Bartolozzi and Parker Stewart were integral parts of that defensive backfield, both at Trinity University now, and Jabarick Sullivan's another one that was a big cornerback that's at Sam Houston State. And so even got hit by the special teams unit with long snapper Tyson Clinton at Northwestern Oklahoma State and kicker Luke Crudgington, who's now at North Texas. And on the offensive side of the ball, you lost your quarterback, Jack Dalton, who's at TCU, and one of your running backs, Cody Jordan, who's at Colorado. But they've got a good one still that came back this year, Jason Haskins. He led the team last season. He had over 600 yards and 10 touchdowns, and so I think they're going to be leaning a lot on him for this young offense. They're also only returning 2 starters on that offensive line, so I think you're going to see it's going to be a lot of new faces out there this year, Peyton.
Yeah, and it'll be very interesting to see where junior quarterback Caden Copeland will be taking over in the place of Jack Dalton, like you mentioned. Kind of interesting to see how he will lead this team, how he will lead this offense this year, and just what we will see from this Woodlands Highlanders team. Like you said, it's a whole different team. There's a lot of players that graduated. There's a lot of the returning faces as well, so it will be a very interesting game tonight. We will definitely see.
Yeah, and on the flip side, Bridgeland comes in. Former College Park head coach Lonnie Madison in I think it's his 3rd year. So this team is he's in his 4th year. He's got an overall record of 28-8 with Bridgeland. Some players to look for tonight include they have a UNLV commit at running back, Cash Schwab. They have 2 pretty stout offensive linemen. There's a Baylor commit, Chase Allen, and a Sam Houston commit, Austin Holcomb. Defensively, you're looking at Braden Graves, Cam Buchanan, and Reagan Foji. They finished top 2 in the district, 23-6A for 4 straight years. So this ought to be a very good matchup. This is one of these, I think that Coach Rapp, when he scheduled this, was looking to try to get his team ready for the tough district play this year, as the Woodlands finished 3rd last year behind College Park and Willis, and made it to the 2nd round of the playoffs, where ultimately they fell a little short against Klein Collins for the first time in a few years, where they didn't actually make it to the 3rd round. So a lot of big expectations here for the Woodlands, like it is every year. We expect them to compete, and so I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Happy to be back here, Peyton, working together tonight in the booth, and we should be getting going here in about 10 minutes. So stick around. We're ready for the opening night here at the bank for the Woodlands High School.
Yep, definitely kind of a more kind of gross weather night. You know, we had a little bit of rain earlier, but it has since passed, so it's a little wind, not totally humid, but I mean it's a great night. So
we'll take it over the 100-degree heat that we've been dealing with.
Yeah, any day.
So as we get ready here, both teams about ready to come out of the locker room The officials coming out of the locker room now.
Kind of interesting to see that the Woodlands did not bring the W tonight.
Yep, we don't have the big inflatable here tonight. Maybe due to the weather. There was a lot of lightning here earlier as folks were arriving to the stadium. Still a little darkness in the distance, but hopefully we can keep it away and get this game played.
At Memorial Hermann, we see finish lines as opportunities to keep going. Because when it comes to our patients, no distance is too far. And it's why we'll never stop pushing to go further. Every single day, our patients inspire us to relentlessly improve health and care for generations to come. Memorial Hermann.
Imagine you are him or her. Like them, you have a lot to manage. Houston Methodist has a lot to offer. Convenient primary care for annual upkeep, personalized orthopedics to keep you going, and a cancer center with the latest technology and treatments, all in one manageable system so you can thrive. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it for you. Houston Methodist, leading medicine. Woodforest National Bank, where convenience meets community. With over 30 branch locations in and around Montgomery County and more than 100 branches across the greater Houston area, we're always close by to help with your banking needs. But we're more than just a bank. We're proud supporters of our local community, dedicated to making Montgomery County a better place to live and work. Customers first, community always. Experience the difference at Woodforest National Bank. Convenient, caring, and committed to you.
Keating Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Conroe ISD Athletics. We're suited up to equip your team with a versatile Silverado, heavy-duty or Colorado, spacious Tahoe and Suburban, or sporty Equinox, Trax, and Trailblazer. Keating Chevrolet has a large selection of certified pre-owned. After you've left it all on the field, come pick out your next Chevrolet at Keating Chevrolet. Keating Chevrolet is pleased to partner with Conroe ISD for every game, every play, every win. Come visit us today or browse online at KeatingChevrolet.com.
Big thank you to our sponsors who allow us to bring this broadcast to you. Keating Chevrolet, Houston Methodist, Woodforest, Memorial Hermann, Gullo Ford, Ardavia, Shenandoah, Lone Star College, Fidium, and Sam Houston State. All big sponsors that allow us to bring you this game from the broadcast here live at Woodforest Bank Stadium.
Eat 'em up, Cats.
That is right. So a little cool thing. I was doing some research before this week, actually, and found out that tonight begins the 50th season for the Woodlands. And kind of cool thing I saw is in these 50 years that the Woodlands have been a program, they've had 39 playoff appearances. 31 of those have been since 1995, and they were consecutive. Like I was talking about, they've had 16 district titles and 2 championship game appearances, with the more recent one being in 2016 where they just fell short of a win.
Yeah, that was an interesting game back then. I actually did watch that game, so came close a couple times. The last few years they've made it to the third round. Last year they only made it through the second round. Always competitive every season, so Coach Rapp will have this team ready to go. And as they're coming out now, as you can see, Highlander players getting ready. I have an inside source that informed me that the reason why you don't see the Highlander inflatable tonight is that they don't bring it out during the rain. So unfortunately, And as the Highlanders get ready to start season number 50. Younger team than they have in years past. So we're going to see a new group leading the charge as the Highlanders take the field. Highlander fans ready for this season.
A little bit more, just seeing this on this side, a little bit more crowd here on the home side than the away side, but the fans are ready. I know we're ready here in the booth for sure. We've been waiting for this all summer long.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Coach Rapp, they circled this game on their calendar. They want to see right out of the gate if they're ready. This is a game that'll get you ready for district play here. It's going to be tough again this season. College Park won 38-10 over Iowa Colony last night. Grand Oaks and Klein Oak had a delay. They played at Moorhead and made it into the third quarter before they had a rain delay, so they'll pick that game up tomorrow.
That game was crazy. I was at that game last night doing a little bit of the broadcasting side on that thing, and I mean both teams looked pretty crazy on at that game. So like Rick said, they will pick up tomorrow morning at around 11, and should be an interesting game. We were about the third quarter, about halfway through the third quarter in that game. So
it was 28-21. Grand Oaks was leading, so it'll be see if they can continue that crazy, chaotic pace that they were playing there. And Katie Taylor and
Taylor and Oak Ridge were here last night. Jackson and them were on the broadcast. I believe the score was 21-14 that Katie Taylor actually ended up winning that game. So, and now we will take a moment to honor the flags. Thank you to all of our armed forces who are serving or have served. We appreciate you for all that you do for our country. And so in just a few moments, we will be kicking off this game. All the captains will meet at midfield for both teams. We will see what team will get to kick off and which team will receive. I got a good feeling that Coach Rapp will, if they win the coin toss, will probably want to receive the second half to keep the momentum.
Yeah, I like to see. It would be interesting to see this defense. I think that's probably the biggest question mark for the Woodlands right now is with the new group. The good thing is you still have Magnus Herndon, the star defensive lineman who had 16 sacks last year, was a huge part of that defensive line. But again, losing players like Jairi Jefferson, Derek Williams, you have big shoes to fill there. But Magnus is going to do a fantastic job. His senior year, he is one to watch on that defensive line. And then on the offense, what are the Highlanders going to do? The new quarterback with Copeland taking over. The good news is you still got Jason Haskins, who's a phenomenal running back. Great speed, balance, can catch the ball out of the backfield. you still got good receivers, returning receivers, junior Carter Cass, senior Bryson Bourne, and Colton Weddle is going to be the wild card, I think. 6'5", senior wide receiver. Just a big target for Copeland. If he gets in trouble, that's the guy you got to look for. So we'll see, and hopefully that offensive line, you've got a couple of returning starters, Jacob Corley and Brady Hewlett, can keep that line together. And I think as we saw last year is getting them to gel early.
Their option in the second half. The Woodlands will receive.
So the Woodlands is going to receive as Bridgeland wins the toss and defers to the second half. So we're going to get to see the Woodlands offense to start the game here.
Yeah, and I think, we'll truly get to see how this offense operates. Copeland has big shoes to fill, and it'll be interesting to see, his attack and his attitude towards getting this Woodlands offense started.
Yeah, he had some experience. He got some playing time last year, so he's a junior coming in, so he is not new to Friday Night Lights. So I don't think this is going to be intimidating for him one bit. So Coach Kolshin will have him ready, offensive coordinator, and so we'll see how as we start out the gate here. Another big thing with some of the things that we've noticed we've gotten used to over the last few years was Kason Bartolozzi and Parker Stewart returning kicks. So this will be a different change for the first time in a few years. We got new kick returners.
Yep, Carter Cass is back deep. And then we also have Caden Stewart. And I believe
looks like Bryson Bourne on the other side there. So as Bridgeland comes out for the kickoff, number 80, Cannon Bynum, the sophomore kicker for Bridgeland. And we are ready to get underway here at Woodforest Bank Stadium.
And here we go.
So Cass will take the return at about the 5. Follow some of his blockers. He's going to get out just past the 20 to about the 22-yard line. So Copeland and company will come out on offense as the Woodlands home crowd is fired up to start this season. So this Bridgeland team, again, finished second in their district the last 4 years under Coach Madison, the former College Park head coach. As Copeland comes out with Haskins in the backfield. Number 9, receiver Colton Weddle up at the top of the screen. That's one I think we need to keep an eye on as Cass goes in motion. Quick pass out to Cass on the left side. Gets past 1. He's going to pick up about 4 yards. Nice, easy throw for Copeland to start there. Bring up second down after a pickup of 4. Again, the Highlanders get in formation. They're going to go 3 receivers on the near side. Haskins in the backfield. Cass again in motion. Quick toss to Cass coming around the left side again. Nice tackle on that far side by the sideline. Still a nice pickup. It's going to be a manageable 3rd and short.
Peyton De La Cruz on the stop there.
The senior DB, he's big.
Yeah, these
they got some big defensive backs on this Bridgeland team.
Yeah, they got some size on them for sure.
Bring up 3rd and 3 for Copeland in this Highlander offense. Another quick throw out to the left to Bryson Bourne, who's going to be right at the marker. Maybe he gets it, depending on the spot. And he got enough for the first down of the season. Peyton. So the Woodlands just chipping away on this opening drive. Throwing short passes, short plays here. So Haskins goes in motion. Quick throw. Pass intended for Carter Cass, who didn't get his head around on that quick throw. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, the one thing, Rick, that I've been seeing just this weekend, even from last night, and even going into tonight with the first couple plays, is that the short plays creating positive yardage quick has been the key to a lot of points. I mean, Grand Oaks did a lot last night. The Woodlands just ran it a couple plays ago, but, I mean, it's been the thing that has really helped teams this week.
And I think it's being early in the season, you're just trying to figure it out. So you got some pressure coming here. Copeland tries to throw it out on here to the right side to Caden Stewart. Had some pressure coming from number 42, Reagan Foge, junior defensive lineman. And so I think that what Coach Colson is trying to do here is doing some quick plays, get the ball out of Copeland's hand, and let his playmakers do the work. But this is a tough situation here. You got 3rd and 10. And that Bridgeland defensive line was getting some pressure. So Copeland's going to roll to his right. He's a little bit of trouble. He's going to scramble back to his left. He's going to be short of the first down after about maybe a 5-yard pickup. And so with that, the Woodlands drive is going to stall here. Again, there was some pressure coming from that defensive line from Bridgeland, who's going to force the Woodlands to punt. And so again, another new wrinkle, new special teams player. So the punter, number 23, Bryce Scott, the junior, replacing Luke Crudgington, the Highlanders kicker for the last 2 seasons, who's now at North Texas. Good snap. Good punt. Oh, but it was touched. Fumble. Highlanders have a chance here, and we have a recovery inside the 10-yard line after Jackson Gruber muffed the punt.
And just like that, the Woodlands will have incredible field position to potentially score here.
Yeah, he misjudged it. I think he was on his heels and could not get to the ball. That's going to be the first quick turnover here for the Highlanders. Let's see if they can capitalize on this mistake. So that puts the ball at the 11-yard line. Excuse me, it wasn't inside the 10. So Copeland will have Haskins in the backfield, 2 receivers to his right. Handoff to Haskins on the right side. Nothing there. Oh, he breaks it outside and is able to pick up about 6 yards. After getting initially stopped at the line of scrimmage, there was nothing there. And Haskins using his quick feet, staying on his feet, able to bounce it outside for some positive yards. Great play by Haskins there. So now bring up 2nd and 6 from the 7-yard line. That was not a 6-7 reference, Peyton. Copeland has 3 wide. He's got 5 receivers. Empty backfield. Drop back. We got a whistle here.
It's a penalty marker around the 9-yard line.
False start on the offense, number 18.
So we have a false start. Going to move it back 5 yards. So the Highlanders back to the 12-yard line. Again, Copeland will have an empty backfield. 3 receivers to his left, 2 on the near side here, trying to spread him out. Bridgeland showing a blitz. And they're bringing some pressure. Copeland looking, he's throwing to the corner. Touchdown! Carter Cass, touchdown Highlanders.
And just like that, the Highlanders have their momentum started.
And with the Keating touchdown play, Copeland 12-yard pass to Carter Cass. And the Highlanders are on the board, able to capitalize on the fumbled punt.
It was a good pass to Carter Cass. No questions to ask. Blake is in 5. I'm sorry. I'm here all night.
And the extra point by the next round of legendary Highlander kickers. Franco Hines, the senior kicker, is good. And just like that, with 8:16 left in the first quarter, the Highlanders are up 7-0 over the Bridgeland Bears. So now we'll get to see the Highlander defense make its first appearance of the 2026 season under new defensive coordinator Coach Tolliver. I think it's a big change from the last few years. Again, a lot of experience left that defense, which is a very strong point for the Highlanders over the last couple of seasons. As Hines gets ready to kick off to the Bears. And the kick is fielded in the end zone. And it's going to pick up only about 12 yards on that return. And that was number 6, Jackson Gruber. And so out comes Magnus Herndon and this Highlander defense.
Magnus Herndon, one of those big game changers that we've seen last season, and just has some momentum right now to start the drive off strong.
So quarterback for the Bears, hands off, Taylor Villanueva. They have a strong running back here, Cash Schwab, the senior running back. Picks up 3 yards there.
The UNLV commit.
So we have 2nd and 7. As Villanueva with Schwab in the backfield. Got a bunch set here. He's going to send him in motion. Throw it out to the left side. The Highlanders read it. Busting through the defenders there. We got a host of Highlanders in on the tackle.
That was Nate Beagle, the junior linebacker, leading the charge there.
So 3rd and 5 for Villanueva. And the Bear offense. So we're going to have an empty backfield here for Villanueva. He's going to have bunch receivers here on the left. Schwab in motion, almost bobbled the snap. Getting a little pressure. And going to be an incomplete pass intended for Jackson Gruber.
That was Cole Maxwell, the senior D lineman, bringing the pressure around the other side.
So good first series here for the Highlander defense. Coming out of the gate, forcing a 3 and out. So we'll have Carter Cass and Bryce Scott back to try to receive this punt from the Bears. We got a flag on the play here. I think we're going to have delay a game.
Delay a game on the offense, number 91. 5-yard penalty, replay, 4th down.
So that'll move him back a little further here. So this will give the Woodlands, should give them good field position. Short kick. Scott comes up, bobbles it a little bit, but he's still able to hold on. Trying to cut field, going back to the left side. We have a flag He's going to be stopped around midfield, but let's see what the flag is here.
There's another late flag coming in as well.
I think there's going to be probably holding on the Highlanders here. We got two, huh? We got one on the other side of the field there.
There's one on either side of the 50.
As the referees huddle to discuss the call. Got to assume we have a hold on the Highlanders.
We're just awaiting the call here.
So probably with multiple infractions here, they're trying to figure out who's who, what's what. It looks like the Spider-Man meme right there. Are they pointing at each other?
I don't know.
And here comes the call. Oh, coming to talk to Coach Rapp, so I think we're trying to figure out. Well, at least the weather cooled down here tonight, Peyton.
Yeah, it could have been like it was the start of this week where it was just hot and humid and muggy and gross.
I mean, it still is,
And
but
it's
at least
still-
it's better
Two
now.
fouls on
Oh,
the
2
play.
fouls. Here we go.
Both after the ball was kicked and caught. We had a dead ball face mask on the kicking team. That penalty declined. Woodlands has accepted the block in the back on the return team. That penalty's been enforced. First down, Woodlands.
So we had a face mask penalty and a block in the back. Well, after all that, the Highlanders are going to get the ball at the 48-yard line. 1st and 10, Copeland with Haskins in the backfield. This is their third drive of the first quarter. Handoff to Haskins. Oh, fake the handoff. Copeland's going deep, looking for Cass and Bryson Bourne were kind of in the area. There may have been a miscommunication there.
Yeah, it looked like they kind of finished both their routes around the same area, so I think there might have been slight miscommunication there.
So I'll bring up 2nd and 10. As Copeland finally got a chance to air it out a little bit. Haskins in the backfield. Looks like a draw, quarterback draw. Copeland around the right side is going to pick up about 5 yards. Nice run there. Bring up a 3rd and more manageable distance here as we're approaching 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. So that Bridgeland defensive line, they've got some size right there in the nose tackle.
Yeah, they sure do.
Copeland rolling to his left. Nice pickup right there by Haskins. He's going to take a shot down the field looking for Bourne. We got a flag. As the pass is intended, thrown a little short for Bryson Bourne.
Could potentially be a pass interference, but we will see what the head referee will
Isaiah
say.
James on the coverage there for Bridgeland. And it looks like the refs are.
On the defense,
Yep.
number 9, 15-yard penalty.
That'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Highlanders. Keep this drive moving.
I mean, with that penalty, you could see Bourne was trying to get the ball and just the defender was all in his face. So it's not really a case you can make against that.
So Haskins in the backfield. Weddle in an H-back position here. Quick throw. Weddle is wide open. Did he get in? Did he get in? Down to the 1 yard line. Great play design there. Play action up the middle to Haskins.
You'll see it here.
And you'll see Weddle sneak through the middle. And I don't know how a guy that big sneaks anywhere.
Yeah, he, like we said before, he's 6'5", so he's got some size. I don't, you know, as a fellow tall person, you really can't sneak anywhere.
That's fair. That's fair.
You know, I'm 6'3", so
that's fair.
We don't sneak anywhere.
No, you don't. You're not very ninja-like. Copeland with 2 in the backfield, and it looks like Haskins is going to get in. Did he give it to him? Yes, touchdown, Highlanders. Jason Haskins, the senior running back, with his first touchdown of the season. We'll put the Highlanders up 13-0 here with 4:56 left in the first quarter. Right now the Highlander offense has got this Bear defense reeling a little bit as Hines comes out to attempt the extra point here. The snap, the hold, the kick is good. Making it your Highlanders 14. Bridgeland Bears nothing. The Highlanders were helped out quite a bit on a pass interference play there. And then just a great play design there to get Colton Weddle wide open in the middle of the field.
Yeah, just allowed them to have great field position off the penalty, and then just allowed them to just keep the ball on the ground to score some points and put them up 2 scores.
Yep. So we'll see how the Bears offense, if they can come out and make an impact here as Hines gets ready to kick off. Oh. Well, we got to get him a football first. So the weather canceled senior night tonight, so that'll be rescheduled for the Highlanders, unfortunately. So stay tuned, Highlander fans, for when they make that change.
You can definitely hear the band, so we know the fans are excited. That's for sure.
And Hines with the kickoff again. Looks like Gruber's going to take it at the 5. So he will take the fair catch, and the Bears will come out and start at their own 30-yard line. They are led by Taylor Villanueva. Schwab in the backfield. We've got motion. It looks like the Bears may have jumped. And we're going to have a false start.
On the offense, number 56, 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
So I'm sure Coach Madison is not happy with how the offense has started for the Bears as they start this season.
Yeah,
bring up 1st and 15 here. Hand off to Schwab coming left. Nice little hole, but the Highlanders stop it pretty good. Up, the pile's going. Churning those legs.
That was Nico Chavez, the senior defensive back, on the stop there.
So nice pickup there by Schwab. That was a 9-yard pickup.
Bring up 2nd and 6 there.
Schwab in motion. Villanueva is a lefty quarterback. He's going to take off, make a spin, and he's going to break it into the open field around the left side. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds by number 20, Nico Chavez. So broken play. Villanueva able to use his legs to pick up a lot of yards and get a first down, get some momentum, get him on the Highlander side of the field. And so they're going quick here, quick pace. Oh, look to the sideline. Villanueva fakes the handoff. Had some pressure coming from Beagle. Able to escape. Find a wide open Bo Kerr. Another big pickup for the Bears.
Ashton Hunger on the stop there.
Highlanders had some pressure, but Villanueva was able to escape and find a wide open receiver and pick up another Bear first down. Take it down to the Highlander 26-yard line. We'll go 3 receivers to the left with Schwab in the backfield. Gruber in motion. And it's going to be a keeper going around the right side. Nice pick up there again for Villanueva.
Beagle on the stop there.
So this Bridgeland offensive line has got some size. Like we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, they have 2 college commits. Austin Holcomb headed to Sam Houston State, eat 'em up Cats, and Chase Allen heading to Baylor. So toss coming around the left side to number 29, Zachary Lloyd, a sophomore receiver. Going to be close to a first down, just short, 3rd and 1 at the 17-yard line for the Bears. Just over 2.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. And so now we're going to go a little wildcat with Villanueva going out to wide receiver Schwab in the backfield. He'll take the direct snap. He's going to break it on the right side. He's going to break a couple tackles, and he's in for a touchdown. 17-yard touchdown run. Kyle Schwab. That will cut the Highlander lead from 14-6, pending the extra point. So the Bears answer after the Highlanders were able to go down and score on their last drive. As Cannon Bynum. Extra point. Austin Anderson, the lefty kicker, able to cut the Highlander lead in half. So after a great first drive by the Highlander defense to make the Bears go 3 and out, the second time around the Bears have a very successful 70-yard drive that ends in a touchdown by their star running back, Cash Schwab. UNLV running Rebels, Peyton.
Yep. And it was funny. Their kicker had the extra point into the upper deck of the teacher center over here next to the stadium. Normally, if you watched any of the Woodlands last year, you would have seen Scott Starzik kicking it onto the roof over there.
That was Credgington.
Or Credgington,
yeah.
That's right. But still, either way, miss a little bit of that, you know.
Yep, Scott Starzik's at LSU starting this fall, so good luck to him. A Highlander alum. So Cass was deep for the kickoff with 2:19 left here in the first quarter. So far, a very entertaining game. All right, and here we go with the Woodforest kickoff. It's going into the end zone, and Cass will just let it go. So the Highlanders will start at their own 20 here as the offense comes back onto the field, led by Copeland. So I think we're going to see tonight that Woodlands defense They've got a tough one here. Both defensive line and offensive line for Bridgeland have pretty good size. So we'll see how the Highlanders can match up there. Copeland comes back out with Haskins in the backfield. 3 receivers. Weddle in as an H-back. Copeland, quick throw out to Bryson Bourne on the left side. He's going to pick up about 5 yards before he's taken out of bounds. A lot of quick throws coming out of here tonight for the Highlander offense. Second and 6. Again, Haskins in the backfield. Weddle will come out wide this time right. Cass, the lone receiver. Bourne, the lone receiver. Looking for another quick screen to Bourne on that left side. He's got some running room. Able to break a few tackles. He will have a first down. So we'll have another Gullo first down for the Highlanders. Trying to get Bourne involved and use his speed. Weddle will come out wide again with Caden Stewart, the senior receiver, with Cass, Weddle. Haskins in the backfield. Weddle goes in motion. Hand off to Haskins this time up the middle. Nice pick up there. Nice hole by the O-line. So bring up second down and 4 with about 45 seconds left here in the first quarter.
A little bit of a score update also in the district tonight. Willis is playing Magnolia at Magnolia Stadium, and Willis is up 10-0 right now over Magnolia.
Yeah, they lost a good one there in Jermaine Bishop, but their quarterback returning is a sophomore who had a phenomenal year. Haskins in motion. Copeland got some heat, got some pressure. He's able to escape, throw the ball out to Bourne out on the left side, who's going to get enough for a first down. Nice play there by Copeland. Was able to evade the rush, had some heat coming around that left side. Able to break free and make a nice little throw out there to Bryson Bourne to get that, pick up that first down as we end the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter, your Woodlands Highlanders 14, Bridgeland Bears 7.
Gullo Toyota, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Ford are your hometown auto dealers. We have been treating customers like family since 1970. So when you're ready for a new or used vehicle, go with the name you know. Gullo, Gullo Ford, Gullo Mazda, and Gullo Toyota. Shop GulloAuto.com.
So as we flip sides here, which won't be very far since they were on the 49-yard line to start the second quarter, which was pretty much dominated by the Woodlands other than the first drive.
Yeah, the Woodlands able to put up 14 points, just was able to get a lot of positive yardage, move the football, had a lot of quick plays that just ended in a lot of points. So we will see this second half what the Woodlands decides to do as Copeland and company continue this drive. And we've seen a lot of versatility from this Woodlands offense tonight. They're not all in the air, but they're also not all on the ground. They've had a mix of both. So it's been a lot of good things. We see that Coach Rapp really wants to just put his offense in a position to just control the game, which is what they're doing right now.
Yeah, I've only taken really one deep shot other than the sneaky throw to Weddle. So we'll see what we decide to do as we start this second quarter. Copeland with Haskins in the backfield. He's going in motion. We'll come back. We'll hand off coming around the left side. He's got a nice little hole. Picked up. Oh, knocked somebody's helmet off there. Nice hard run there by Haskins. Another 5-yard pickup.
So number 15, Gavin Aldman will sit this one play due to his helmet coming off.
So 2nd and 6. Again, Copeland with Haskins in the backfield. Bourne's a lone receiver on the near side. Quick throw out to Cass, who's a slot receiver, who's going to get enough for the first down. It's quick throws. It looks Bridgeland is playing back, and so it's allowing the Highlanders just to hit these just quick throws, easy throws. And Copeland just getting the ball out to his playmakers and letting them make a play. You've got good speed with Cass and Bourne. Size with Weddle. And so what that does, that offsets this pass rush from Bridgeland. Haskins in motion. There's a blitz coming. Copeland able to get away. Gets away from run, still on his feet. He had Haskins out here on the left side, but decided to keep it himself and picked up about 3 yards. So he was able to evade the blitz.
Yeah, that was close. He did have pressure.
Able to use his feet and escape a couple. So 2nd and 7. Handoff to Haskins. Nice run. Gets through one defender. He'll be up close to the first down.
Yeah, great run there.
Haskins is a great combination of speed and strength.
Especially last season, too. He had a lot of great runs and put up a lot of points for the Highlanders last year. So for them to rely on him this year and just for him to be back is a huge advantage to this Woodlands offense.
Yeah, him and Cody Jordan were a great combo last year. Jordan at Colorado. Handoff again to Haskins. He'll get the first down. And a few more as they keeps pushing that pile. Stop by number 45, Evan Busby. Bridgeland has the nose tackle, number 98, Jordan Sims, who's a sophomore defensive lineman. Massive guy there in the middle. So again, Highlanders moving the ball. Taking some time off the clock. We go 3 receivers out here to the left side. And it's number 19 actually carrying the ball here. Bo Duke. Where's Luke?
I see what you did there.
What you know about Dukes of Hazzard?
Wasn't.
You don't.
I don't. I was not old enough for that.
And Uncle Jesse.
Just
Copeland back in.
Just barely missed out on that.
Oh, you missed it by a lot, my friend. Copeland. Scrambling. Oh, almost had it picked. Tried to throw a pass out to Bourne on that left side. Nice break up there by Mikkel Caldwell. So Copeland, 3rd and 3. Barefoot comes in as number 17, Caden Stewart, heads out. Handoff and stopped. Going to be for a loss is number 26, Valentino Carbia, the junior running back. So that will bring up 4th down and 7 for the Highlanders here. And looks like they're sending out the field goal unit. About a 40-yard field goal attempt here. 39. So we'll see what Coach Rapp wants to do here. Does he want to give his senior kicker a shot here at a 44-yarder? It looks like it. The Woodlands has a long history of great kickers here, so.
Yes, they do.
The snap, the kick, and it is good from 44 yards. Franco Hines. So nice kick there, even after the penalty. Was able to boot it through from 44 yards to put the Highlanders up by 10, 17-7. After the drive stalled, they're inside the 30. So we'll get this Highlander defense a chance to come back out. They struggled a little bit on that last drive as the Bears were able to drive down the field pretty much at will after that first couple of plays. First 2 plays didn't go anywhere, and then they got it rolling. So let's see if they're able to make some adjustments. As Hines comes out for the kickoff. Gruber back deep.
Also have Camden Buchanan back there as well.
And Hines will kick. Looks like he's going to, Gruber will let it go out of the end zone here. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Bears as they start their first drive of this second quarter with 7:19 left. A couple of other scores in Texas District 13. Splendora is leading Caney Creek 6-0 at halftime. Willis is up 10-0, as Peyton mentioned earlier, there in the second quarter. And Cleveland is up 20-0 in the first quarter over Springwoods.
Wow.
And so Bridgeland comes back out in the Wildcat again. Direct snap. This time the Highlanders are able to stuff them at the line of scrimmage as Schwab has nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, Max.
Oh, they gave him a yard. Oh, gave him 2. Gave him forward progress for 2.
Max Mitchell bringing down the pressure there.
Villanueva back in the game at quarterback. 3 receivers to his right with Schwab in the backfield. Motion. Snap. Schwab up the middle. He's going to pick up a couple there. Not much. Nice stop there by the Highlander defense. Max Mitchell on the stop. Bring up 3rd and 6 for Villanueva and this Bear offense. Motion by Schwab. Going to take the handoff, go around the left side. And he will have the first down. Looked like he broke through a couple of tackles. Looked like he was going to be stopped, but was able to make enough plays to get the yardage needed for the first down there. So at the 37, Bridgeland again, 5:47 left in this second quarter. Highlanders making some substitutions on defense. Snap, Villanueva is going to be back to pass, looking for across the middle. Pass is caught by number 0, Jackson Ewing. Across midfield. And the Bears are going huddle. They're going quick here. Going up tempo, quick handoff to Schwab up the middle. Trying to catch the Highlanders off guard. Schwab still on his feet. And the 5'10", 180-pound running back. Nice pick up there after a quick play. 7-yard pickup there. As the Bears make a couple of substitutions. Looking at the sideline, trying to get a play here. Villanueva with Schwab in the backfield. He's got a man in motion. Hand off to Schwab again. It's cutting his way through the middle. Another nice pickup there by Schwab. Enough for the first down. You can see now where this Bridgeland offensive line is really moving that line of scrimmage. And there's not much the Highlanders have been able to do.
Yeah, if you're Coach Tolliver here, you got to start to make some adjustments. Otherwise, this Bridgeland offense is going to get hot.
Again, they got a lot of size up there, so it's going to get harder as this game goes on. Motion. Quick throw out to the flat here. Gruber again on the quick throw. Nice stop there. Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Bears. So Villanueva with Schwab now behind him in the gun. Motion coming right. Handoff, Schwab going left. Got some blockers in front of him. A couple of nice plays, and he's going to break it out, and he is going to score. Touchdown. Cash Schwab, 30-yard touchdown run, his second of the night. Showing why he is heading to UNLV. Nice run there. Great blocking up front by the Bears, and the Highlanders had no answer on that drive for the running game.
Just like that, we're within 3 pending the extra point.
So Austin Anderson with the extra point. It's good. So it'll make the score Woodlands 17, Bridgeland 14. So I think this game so far, Peyton, is everything we thought it would be. It's going to be a close. It's going to be a battle.
Yep.
2 perennial playoff teams. This is what you expect as you start when you put this on the schedule. This will be on all the local broadcast news games tonight when they talk about the highlight games. So good test for this young Woodlands team. And boy, I tell you, Cash Schwab, he's the real deal.
Yeah, he is a very big playmaker that Bridgeland has had and has been definitely answering a lot tonight.
So the Highlanders will receive the kick here. And so we'll see here with 3:22 left here in the second quarter what the Highlanders decide to do. Deep kick. Cass is going to take it at about the 2 and bring it out. He's going around the right side. Not going to get a lot of room there. He's going to get it out to about the 15-yard line. And so Copeland and the Highlander offense will come out again. From the 16-yard line. So Bridgeland has really been able to go toe-to-toe here in this second quarter.
Yes, they have. The Woodlands scored, and then not that soon after, Bridgeland scored as well. So I mean, it was the 14-0 lead is now dwindled down to 3. The pressure coming again. Copeland able to get rid of it. Bourne with the catch. He'll be stopped. And I don't think he got much. He was able to get a yard, but again, blitz coming. Copeland able to spin out of it and get rid of the ball, but Bridgeland's bringing some heat as this clock continues to wind down with 2:45 left before the half. If you're the Woodlands, you don't want to give the ball back to Bridgeland at this point because they've been able to drive down the field their last 2 drives pretty easily. So pressure again. Quick throw to Cass coming across the middle, who got behind the pressure, but not able to get much. He picked up about 4 yards, so we're still looking at a 3rd and 5 here. Yeah, you start to see now Bridgeland's defense is getting comfortable.
Yeah, they're getting pressure. They're getting pressure up front. And
that'll be the
timeout. 2 minutes.
2-minute warning. So Peyton, you've seen now Bridgeland's starting to get some pressure in there on the throws, and because of that, it's causing a little havoc. So the Highlanders are not able to. They're not been able to get the ball up the field as much this drive. Copeland has made some good plays, getting to being able to avoid the pressure, but it's getting tough.
Yeah, he's had to scramble and use his legs a lot.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some adjustments with the pass protection for the second half. They've been getting the ball in the hands of Bourne and Cass. And Weddle's only seen the 1 reception.
Which he took 12 yards for a touchdown. So
well, he got to the 1.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a big target like that, I'm surprised he hadn't seen more passes come his way. But this Bridgeland crowd is fired up. And they should be after being down 14-0, and their team has been able to scratch and claw and get back into this game and start the second half. They deferred, so more than likely they'll take the ball to start the second half. So the Woodlands don't get any points here. There's a potential that the Bridgeland can make some plays. Heat again. Copeland out wide open, and there is Bryson Bourne. No, that was Haskins. Haskins down the sideline. Huge play.
Great read there by Copeland to just find his running back wide open down the field. And Haskins just turned on the jets there.
The great thing, Copeland's scrambling ability and able to get out. Haskins snuck in behind the secondary. And Copeland hit him in stride. To get the ball down to the 30 with 1:40 seconds left here in the second quarter. That was a big play the Highlanders needed.
So I have an injury timeout here.
They set the game clock back to 1:43. 1:43.
That play looked like it was going to be a disaster. And Copeland's escapability there came into play. Again, Haskins, great running back. Hard runner speed, but the hands too, so they're able to escape and get out there. And I can tell you, Peyton, a couple times he picked up the blitz. So Haskins doing it all.
Yeah, Haskins is really just showing tonight how big of a team player he is for this Woodlands offense.
Yeah, he's a very important part of what they're going to do this season. And this is Haskins. This will be his third season. He started it. He played as a sophomore, and so he's a vet. He knows what to do. He's been in these situations. Outstanding young man. So 1st and 10 from the 30, minute 43 left. Highlanders have a chance here if they can get some points on the board. If they can ideally hold on to this ball and get to the end of the second quarter and put some points and not give Bridgeland the ball back. So we got a bunch formation here. Cass in motion, quick toss. He's trying to get outside. He's going to lose 5 yards on that play.
Yeah, Bridgeland just brought the pressure and just.
Yeah, there was nothing there. There was nothing there. So 2nd and 15. That's going to move the Highlanders back. You're getting a little dangerously close to getting knocked out of field goal range here. Weddle's in. Just Weddle. Copeland. Haskins in the backfield. Snap. He's got some time. He's going to move a little bit in the pocket. He's got a touchdown. What a great throw. Copeland steps up and throws a dart to Caden Stewart. 35-yard touchdown.
What a play there. What a read that Copeland had on the defense to just find his open receiver downfield for a score and put the Woodlands ahead right before the half.
So great pocket by the offensive line. Copeland steps up, looked like he was about to run, and had Caden Stewart there on the post, who got behind the defender. He threw a laser. And we have a blocked kick. The extra point is blocked. And so the Highlanders will only be up 9 here instead of 10 after the blocked kick. With 51 seconds left.
There you go. On your screen, Copeland just scrambled, and he had a receiver just wide open for a touchdown.
So great throw there. Step up in the pocket, threw a dart. That was the drive the Highlanders needed there before the half. Put a little more separation. Now your defense has got a hold.
Yeah, so if the Woodlands can just buckle down here and stop Bridgeland before the half, I would give up a little bit.
Well, I think Bridgeland's thinking here if they can get good field position, depending how this first play or two goes, if they can take a shot, try to get down the field. I think they're thinking at least trying to get a field goal on this drive. If they can get a field goal and get the ball to start the second half. So fair catch called for by Gruber. I wonder if he's related to Hans Gruber, Peyton.
I don't know.
Do you know who Hans Gruber is?
I do not.
The greatest Christmas movie of all time. Die Hard.
I've not seen that.
You have not seen Die Hard?
No.
I've failed you as a father. Here's Villanueva. 1st and 10 from the 25. 51 seconds left here in the second quarter. Back to pass. Highlanders trying to get some pressure. Throw down the middle of the field. Oh, pass in and out of the hands of number 24, Cass Schwab. So Schwab had a chance there.
Yeah, just wide open.
Well, it wasn't wide open. He tried to make a difficult over-the-shoulder catch there. Should have had it.
You know,
you can see by his body language he realizes he should have had that one too. Oh, high snap over the head of Villanueva, who's the ball still loose. And Schwab was able to recover it. So this drive is not going how Bridgeland had anticipated. The Highlanders are going to take a timeout here.
Timeout.
So, wow, what a turn of events there. So if Bridgeland gets that pass on first down, you're out past midfield looking to at least, you probably got a shot at going for a touchdown, if not a field goal. You get an incomplete pass, then the next play, the snap goes over the quarterback's head. Now the ball's down at the 7-yard line. And the Highlanders are able to get a timeout, thinking they might be able to get the ball back and maybe they can get a field goal out of this. What a big turn of events that would be.
Yeah, it would for sure. It would change the momentum of this Highlander team. I mean, they're up 9 right now, but it would sure give them a little bit of a boost before this half ends.
Well, the biggest thing right now, the difference in the game really is the turnover. So the Highlanders got the touchdown. I mean, I know they're up by 9, but that touchdown on the muffed punt earlier in the game. So depending on what happens here, Highlanders have a shot. Gruber goes in motion. Villanueva's going to keep it, go around the left side. And he'll be stopped by the Highlander defense. Do they call a timeout? Yes, Highlanders will call a timeout as they're going to force the punt here. So let's see if they can get a good return.
Timeout, Woodlands. That's their second timeout of the half.
You've got 4th and a mile coming up for the Bears. That bad snap really put them in a bad position.
That's one of the things, yes, it's first week. They're knocking the rust off, but that's got to be one thing that you got to be wary of as a center is just watching your snap and communicating well with your quarterback on that.
Yeah, so a quick score update for District 13 6A. Splendora still shows 6-0 over Cleveland or Caney Creek at half. Willis is up still 10-0 over Magnolia. Cleveland up 20-0 over Springwoods, and C.E. King is up 21-0 over Conroe in the first quarter.
Wow.
As Bridgeland gets prepared to punt.
Punt.
That's a line drive kick. And 23, oh, he's going backwards. So what could have been good field position for the Highlanders now will take over at the 35-yard line. That was actually a big swing of momentum there for Bridgeland, as it looked like the Highlanders were going to get really good field position around the 50. And after the ball gets past Bryce Stott, he's able to recover it, but that's a big kick. So you got 18 seconds left, 1 timeout. Here are the Highlanders. I think you're just trying to do a quick play and get the ball into your playmaker's hands here. I think you've got Bourne down here one-on-one. Cass is in the slot. Copeland back to pass. He's got some heat again. Oh, he's going to get hit. Knocked his helmet off. Big hit. Big hit by number 15, Gavin Aidman, the senior linebacker.
That's a big hit there.
Yep. Looks like he's okay. He will have to come off the field for this play. They're going to let the clock run out here. Or nope, the officials are now talking. Bridgeland has gotten a lot of pressure tonight. They're getting a lot of heat. Copeland has done an outstanding job of avoiding the rush and being able to make plays. That was the first time tonight he's really gotten hit.
10-second runoff.
So 10-second runoff. That's going to end. That'll end the first half. So a great first half. Good first half here. The Highlanders lead 23-14 over the Bridgeland Bears. We'll be back for the second half. Give you a chance to listen to the wonderful bands.
We will see you in a short break.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Woodlands High School is proud to present the award-winning Woodlands High School Marching Band and High Steppers. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their 2026 contest production, Hot Dash Dash. The band is under the field direction of drum major team, Brooklyn Farmer, Emily Legaspi, Caroline Sullivan, Molly Clark, and Ainsley Thompson. Percussion captains, Kate Benedict, Kai Chen, Justice Dufford, David New, Joey Morris, and Julian Avalon Natal. Guard captains, Allison Sheffus, Allison Yankee, and Ava Gautier. This year's band president is Charlotte Slavine, and the co-vice presidents are Andy Mazaka Madrigal and Caleb Fish. Historians are Lauren Dicker, Alice Meyer, and Mariana Harris Wolford. Secretaries, Jordan Honore, Miles Honore, Kate Gilkenquist, Nadia Jones, Hayden Kleiner, Allison Nunez, and Akshay Shindi. Guard lieutenants, Alonga Acevedo Clemente, Louise Klein, and Almeen Montepanis. Guard squad leaders, McKenna Adams, Mia Coughlin, and Brenna Schultz. Guard social officers, Bailey Bierman and Harvey Davenport. Guard skill leaders, Lulu Okoli and Eve Severa. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodlands High School Marching Band. Now presenting the Woodlands High School High Steppers. The 2026-2027 High Stepper officers are Lieutenant Emily Otto, Serena Hanna, Madeline Lynch, and Elizabeth Mahalik. Captain Molly Lynch and Peyton Ross. Lieutenant Major Dave Henry and Brianna Hilton, and Major Wiley Wolf. Tonight, the High Steppers will be performing a prom routine to We're All in This Together. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2026-2027 Woodlands High School High Steppers. We're proud to support Highlander football. Ladies and gentlemen, the Woodlands High School Marching Band and High Jumpers. The Woodlands Band would like to wish the Bridgeland Band all the best in their upcoming contest season. We'd like to give special thanks to Nita Table for sponsoring the Press Box Food tonight.
All right, welcome back as we get ready to start the second half here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. The Highlanders lead at the half 23-14. So we've got a couple of stats to go over here as we start this second half with 2 minutes left before we get rolling here.
Yeah, so tonight, I mean, and these stats just prove how much control the Woodlands has had in this first half, is that the Woodlands has had, in comparison to Bridgeland offensive yardage-wise, the Woodlands has had 207 yards of total offense, and Bridgeland has only had 151 of total offense. As well as time of possession, the Woodlands has had the ball for 15 minutes and 27 seconds compared to Bridgeland only having it for 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, and so individually for the Highlanders, Caden Copeland tonight in his start, he's 14 out of 18 for 162 yards and 2 touchdowns through the air. He's also rushed 3 times for 15 yards, but he's done a really good job of evading the rush, be able to make some throws on the run. Jason Haskins, the running back, has 6 carries for 27 yards, and he's got 2 catches for 50 yards. He had a big catch down the sideline there in the second quarter. That was very helpful. Carter Cass has 6 catches for 25 yards and a touchdown. Bryson Bourne has 4 catches for 21 yards. And then we had Caden Stewart had the big catch, the 1 catch for 35 yards and a touchdown there. So that's the Highlanders side. And then on the Bridgeland side, the UNLV commit Cash Schwab, the running back, has had an outstanding game so far. 10 carries for 68 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then their quarterback, Taylor Villanueva, the big lefty, is 5 out of 7 for 46 yards through the air, and then he's also had 3 carries for 37 yards. So as we get ready here to start the second half, the Woodforest kickoff, Bridgeland will be getting the ball to start the second half, down by 9. So we'll see how the Highlander defense comes out ready to swing here.
Yeah, they didn't have as much of a strong first half, giving up 14 to Bridgeland, but we're underway here as it will be a deep kick into the end zone.
And Gruber will let it go. So they'll start at the 25-yard line.
So here we go.
So a couple of updates too as we start. Cleveland's still up 20-0 over Springwoods. C.E. King is up 28-3 over Conroe. Willis is up 17-0 over Magnolia at the half. In the third quarter, Splendora is leading Caney Creek 14-6. And then obviously here, we're starting here the second half with the Highlanders up by 9. So Villanueva will bring the offense out for Bridgeland. Schwab in the backfield again. Motion. Going to hand off to Schwab coming up the middle. He'll make a couple of cuts, and put his head down and pick up about 8 yards. Schwab is a tough runner, very patient, finding his spots, and then knows when to put his head down and pick up those extra tough yards. He's listed at 5'10", 180 pounds, but I'll tell you what, he looks a lot bigger than that.
He sure does.
So bring up 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard gain. This looks like a run for him. We got some motion. 2 tight end set here. Another handoff to Schwab going around the left side. Boy, number 29, Cash Mock, came flying through there and almost made a play in the backfield. Just wasn't quite enough for Schwab as he gets the first down. And so Bridgeland has been a heavily run-dominated offense. The first half, they ran 13 of their 20 plays on the ground. And with that big offensive line, you could see why. Motion going left. Villanueva lets him get set. Takes a snap. Drops back to pass. Has some pressure. Oh, we're going to get him. Oh, big sack. There's Magnus. Here we have a host of Highlanders there. Magnus Herndon. And number 90, Cole Maxwell, the senior defensive lineman. 5-yard loss there after the sack. Highlanders finally able to get some pressure tonight.
You'll see on the replay here that Villanueva looked like he had some time to throw, and then Magnus Herndon just came barreling through there and just tore him up. So big tackle for loss there that the Highlanders needed.
And here we go. Villanueva empty backfield, quick throw. Out into the flat on second down will be a pickup to Charles Nelson, the senior receiver. And he will have enough for the first down here. I'm sorry, not a first down. He's short. He picked up 10 to get back some of that yardage that was lost on the sack. That's going to make it 3rd and 5. So Villanueva will come back with Schaub in the backfield again. Motion. He's going to roll to his right. A little bit of heat. Tries to make a throw, and it's deflected by number 23, Bryce Stott.
Dang. Stott wanted that one, too.
He did. And so after that, the Highlander defense will hold on the first drive. They're able to get some heat.
You can see right there, I mean, Stott almost had it. You can tell by his body language he just wanted that one really badly.
And so number 24, Thomas Daigle back to receive the punt here for the Highlanders. And he will let it go. And it will roll out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So the Highlander offense will come out for the first time here in the second half. 9:44 left. After a good stop by that Highlander defense, which for the first time tonight actually had some pressure from that defensive line, which was good to see.
Yeah, they've been needing some big stops tonight after allowing 14 points in that first half, and just finally had some fire under their feet.
Yeah, Bridgeland's been able to move the ball on the ground quite a bit, not so much through the air. As Copeland comes out, Haskins in the backfield. He's got 3 receivers and a bunch to his left. Slides Haskins to his left. And run Haskins up the middle. Nice run there. He will be close to a first down. Great job there by the offensive line. Great job by Haskins. He maybe got dinged up a little bit. Nope, looks like he's okay. For the Gullo first down there for the Highlanders. So Copeland again, 2 receivers out to his left. Snap was a little short, but the handoff still gets to Haskins. And he'll still pick up about 5-6 yards there. Another good run by Haskins. He maybe gotten shaken up a little bit on that play. So that'll bring in the junior running back, Valentino Carbia. On 2nd and 4. We'll have 2 receivers to each side. Copeland will hand off again up the middle. Nice little hold there for Carbia. And he will have a first down.
The Woodlands picking up a lot of positive yardage tonight, as that's their 10th first down of the night.
And more importantly, with that is the time of possession. So the Woodlands is holding on to the ball. And that's the best thing. That's the best defense. The best thing you can do for your defense, too.
Yeah, give them more time to breathe.
Yep. Copeland stepping up. Got a little bit of heat. Was able to get away. He's going to make the throw down the field looking for Caden Stewart again.
Yeah, that pass got away from him just a little bit.
He was able to evade the pressure and get outside, but just couldn't quite get the ball down the field like he needed to. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 as Cass comes out to the left side. So they'll go 3 receivers left with Weddle as the inside receiver. Quick throw out to Cass with Weddle blocking. Oh, but he coughs it up. There's a fumble. And Bridgeland will recover. We talked about it earlier, Peyton, in these kind of battles, that who's going to make the least amount of mistakes. And so the Woodlands comes out in the first drive of the second half and makes the first miscue, first turnover of the night for the Highlanders.
Yeah, the one thing as a receiver and as a running back is just making sure you have the football. And Cass just did not have full possession of the football there.
And so here we come back out. Looks like we're going into a wildcat formation here with Schwab in the backfield. Direct snap. He'll take it up the middle, and he is going to be stopped. Great job by that Highlander defense. Jason Siding. And we got a player down here, and that is Schwab. That is Cass Schwab, the running back for Bridgeland.
So we'll have an injury timeout on the play here.
That was a great job by that Highlander defense there. They've had a tough time stopping the run this evening.
Yeah, they really have.
And so they finally these last 2 drives. The drive prior to this, the defensive line was getting a lot of pressure. And so this first play of this first drive, seeing them be able to get in, it's tough that the Woodlands were able to drive the way they were doing to start this second half, and the turnovers, just you got to be careful with the ball.
Yeah.
If Bridgeland scores here, they could cut it potentially to a 2-point game. So you got to hope if you're the Highlanders that your defense can make the stop, get your offense the ball back, and that's the best thing you can do is have ball control. And a lot of what the Woodlands have been doing with these short passes, it's almost, I mean, there's the running plays. They came out running the ball really well here to start the second half.
Yeah, and even before that, I mean, we've seen. I mean, both teams tonight offensively have been pretty spectacular. You know, we saw. I mean, the Woodlands has more touchdowns passing. I mean, they have two reception touchdowns. The first one being Cass, the second one being Stewart. And for Bridgeland, it's been all on the ground tonight with Schwab, just showing that they really, really trust their run game, show that they have a really strong core there.
Well, you can tell that they're a running team. That the way that they are built is to run the football, especially with the running back they have and Cass Schwab.
I mean, he had tonight he's had 47 yards through 2 touchdowns of just running. I mean, he had that 30-yard touchdown earlier, and then before that had a 17-yard touchdown run. So, I mean, you know, they really do trust their run game.
So Schwab will come off the field here, and into the game will be number 14, Austin Mitchell. So motion. And Villanueva will keep it, and the Highlander defensive linebackers are attacking, and he is not going to get much, maybe a yard.
Yeah, that was Magnus Herndon leading the charge there.
The Highlander linebackers were all over that play, and it almost
we got another player
maybe
down
maybe
here.
The ball got loose.
We will see.
I think we have a player that might have a cramp. So that's the other thing this early in the season. A lot of times you'll see players fighting cramps with the humidity and everything else, usually early in the season. Fortunately tonight, with the crazy storm that came through earlier, brought the temperature down a little bit, humidity down a little bit.
I mean,
if you're in Texas, it's nice. If you're from up north, you still hate this weather, but for us, we'll take 81.
It's not totally humid though, too. You can see the flags are kind of waving towards the south end zone. Kind of a little bit here, so not totally humid, but not super windy.
So Bridgeland comes back out. Third and 9. Villanueva back to pass. He's got a man open in the middle, able to make a pass across the middle of the field. There's number 0, Jackson Ewing, who will pick up the first down at the 45-yard line. It appears that Schwab is still out of the game. So Bridgeland having to now go without their star running back, at least temporarily. Motion, play action. Throw out to Ewing in the flat. He's going to pick up 9 yards on that play. So Bridgeland still moving the chains here, picking up yards.
Yeah, they're gaining some momentum here.
Even without their star running back. Now we got a lineman in the backfield here. It takes a direct snap right up the middle. That's number 54, Chase Allen, the Baylor commit, in their jumbo package. So Bridgeland bringing in the jumbo. Now go 3 wide, empty backfield for Villanueva. Drops back to pass. Receiver screen on the left side. Snuffed out and shut down by number 29, Cash Mock. Great read by the Highlander defender.
We got another player down. That was a hard hit there.
And so now if you're Bridgeland without Schwab, you've got to get creative. Most of your game plan is built around him running the ball and leading your offense, and so now that puts more of the burden on Villanueva. So the senior QB is going to really be relied on to make the plays here without their star running back.
Yeah, that's the one thing that's been helping Bridgeland gain momentum the whole night is having their star running back, Cash Schwab, just tear up the ground and score points.
So here we are, 2nd and 13. With just under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. It's been a scoreless third quarter so far. So we've got man in motion here. Looks like Schwab is back in the game. Pass is complete.
There's Joey Bolander there on the stop.
So 3rd and 5. The Highlanders need to stop here. Motion again. Handoff to Schwab up the middle. He's got some running room. He's got enough for a first down. They'll move the chains. That offensive line continues to make holes for these running backs. So Bridgeland again trying to close that gap. Villanueva, handoff again to Schwab up the middle, who's got room again. That offensive line is just owning the line of scrimmage here. The Woodlands is going to have to make a push in that defensive line. And this third quarter has started with Bridgeland really in control of time of possession here. Villanueva again. Two receivers to his left. Schwab to his left. Motion. And a hand up again up the middle. Schwab, he's going to have his third touchdown of the game. That drive was dominated by the Bridgeland offensive line. That cuts the score to a 3-point game, pending the extra point here.
See here. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is
and
good.
It's good. So that will make the score Woodlands 23, Bridgeland 21, 2:46 left here in the third quarter. So that Woodlands turnover turned into 7 points.
That's one of the things you got to watch for is just not letting one mistake lead to another. And if in that case of the Woodlands is one mistake led to 7 points.
So we'll see how the Woodlands offense responds after that drive. That was a tough series for the Highlander defense. And if you're Coach Rapp, you got to make some adjustments. The running game is killing your defense right now. And so the Highlanders are set to receive the kickoff here with Cass deep. And Bridgeland definitely has the momentum at this point. Line drive kick, and Cass will let it go through the end zone, so the Highlanders will start at their own 25-yard line. So with 2:46 left, this will be the Highlanders' second drive of the third quarter. If you go back to the first quarter, they had like 5 series. They had 5 drives, 5 or 6 there in the first quarter. And with 2:46 left, this is only their second drive here in the third. So Bridgeland has done a great job of time of possession here to start this second half. And have cut that lead down to 2. So Copeland will bring the offense back out. Still has Carby in the backfield with him. Haskins notably missing from the start of this drive. And handoff, and he is stopped in the backfield. And now the Bridgeland defensive line controlling the line of scrimmage. And Carby is coming out. And now we're bringing Solomon Woods, junior running back. Nope. Woods will come out. So the Woodlands will go empty backfield here. So Copeland will have 3 receivers to his right. Empty backfield. Drops back to pass. It's going to step up. It's got some pressure. And he will be sacked. So now the Bridgeland defense building on some momentum here too. We'll make it 3rd and 11 for the Highlanders.
I mean, when you have the size of Bridgeland just controlling the line of scrimmage, there's nothing you can really do.
They definitely have the momentum at the moment. So Copeland again back to pass. There's a blitz. He's trying to get out of there. He's able to escape. He's going to go down here. Nope. Yep, he was down. His knee went down. So Bridgeland coming with the blitz and bringing the pressure. And that's going to force a punt here from the Highlanders. Not a good series. That Bridgeland defense was smelling blood like sharks in the water here. And so for the second time tonight, the Highlanders will have to punt. As the clock is winding down. There seems to be some confusion here on special teams for the Highlanders. And I think we're going to get a timeout.
Timeout.
Yep, play clock was winding down.
That's their first timeout and a half.
The Highlanders were about to get a penalty for delay of game. Had to take the timeout to avoid losing yardage here, getting pinned even deeper in their own territory. If you're Bridgeland right now, you've got to be happy. Defense had a great stand right here. Good chance you're going to get good field position. Your offensive line is dominating the line of scrimmage.
And so is your defensive line as well.
And Schwab now, with that last run, has 16 carries for 106 yards and 3 touchdowns. So having an outstanding night. So the Highlanders punt here. Line drive. It looks like it will be knocked down at about the 32-yard line. So it's actually ended up being a good punt. Considering circumstances, there are 23 seconds left. So if you're the Highlander defense, you've got to make a stop here. And if you're Bridgeland, just keep running the ball. Your offensive line is dominating the line of scrimmage. The Woodlands has no answer for that tonight, and it's right up the middle. The play's right up the middle of where they're getting killed.
Yep.
The 50-yard punt just helped. So we'll see if Villanueva comes back out. Schwab to his left. Motion by Ewing. Play action to Ewing. Wide open man behind is Gruber, who got behind the defense. Big play down to the 20-yard line.
And that's exactly the momentum that Bridgeland needed to start this drive.
Bridgeland has got the Highlanders on their heels. Great play call right there. As Gruber ran free behind the defense. No one there. Everyone came up for the run. And bit on the play fake. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. All momentum with Bridgeland. So at the end of the third, we have the Woodlands Highlanders 23, Bridgeland Bears 21. We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight, Memorial Hermann, Houston Methodist, Woodforest National Bank, the Gullo dealerships up in Conroe, Woodland Sports Medicine Center, Lone Star College, Artavia, Fidium Fiber and Internet, and Sam Houston State University.
Beat 'em up, Cats.
And the city of Shenandoah. And so you can see the fans, the Woodlands fans, kind of in shock at the moment. Band did a fantastic job tonight. High steppers. So we'll start the fourth quarter here. Bridgeland on the Highlanders' 21-yard line. Play action, wide open. Oh my goodness.
Just
Villanueva.
so close.
Pass intended for number 35, Tyson Frederick. And the senior tight end just couldn't reel it in.
We have a Highlander down.
We got an injury timeout here. But boy, I bet Villanueva wish he could have that pass back. Just overthrew him. Just need a little more touch on that throw.
Yep.
But everybody bit on the play fake. And so as you look at it now, I think Bridgeland can do whatever they want here. They can take their pick. They're running the ball with ease. Now they're starting to, the play action is really starting to work. The Woodlands need somebody to step up on that defense and make a play. There hasn't been much pressure tonight. There was one series where we had about 2 or 3 plays where the Highlanders defense was getting some pressure. But that's what we're used to seeing over the last few years, and we're not seeing it tonight. Handoff up the middle. Schwab, there's a good stop. Number 14, Matthew Johnson, coming up and making a stop. So 3rd and 7 coming up here. The Highlanders definitely have to have a stop here and hold them to the field goal attempt. So run to the left, Schwab. He's gonna be short of the first down. That's gonna bring up 4th and 2. So if you're Bridgeland, what do you do here? You're down by 2. You're in field goal range.
Honestly, with the way they've had the momentum tonight, they could go for it.
They're bringing in, looks like they're bringing in the jumbo package. Yep. So they're bringing in the jumbo package.
See what the Highlanders defense will do here.
And so here we go. Oh, it's close. It's going to be close. That's big 54 Chase Allen. Let's see where they spot it. It's close. Oh, boy. Oh, the ref's going to say it's short.
No
the
good.
Highlanders held. What a stop there. Great effort by the Highlander defense right there. Boy, that came up big. You needed that.
Yeah, they really
Watch
needed
the
that
replay
there.
here. Big boy. And that's why the big boys don't run the ball. Great job by the Highlander defense there. Now here's a chance for the Highlander offense. Get this thing going. Haskins back in the game for the Highlanders. In the backfield with Copeland. Hand off to Haskins up the middle. Not much.
Yeah, he's just getting snuffed out over
not
there.
much there. Big 98, Jordan Sims, a sophomore defensive lineman, shaking his head saying, no soup for you, boys. Second and 10. 10 minutes left here in the game. The Highlanders need to get some momentum going here on offense. After that great stop by the defense. Copeland back to pass. Quick throw, wide receiver screen to Cass. Breaking a couple of tackles, still free, but he's not getting anywhere. He's going to lose a yard or two. Nothing there. Bridgeland is starting to sniff those plays out. Bridgeland defense has been outstanding here the second half. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. And this is where Bridgeland has been their best tonight when they've had the Highlanders in these 3rd and long situations where that defensive line can pin back their ears and just attack. So we're having some confusion on the field here. Timeout by the Highlanders. So Coach Rapp and company can figure out what they want to do here. This is a tough spot they're in. Their defense just made a great stop. But now your offense is in a 3rd and long. You don't want to make a mistake here. You don't want to turn the ball over. But you got to get some positive yardage here.
Yeah, it's been a rough night for both sides of the ball for the Woodlands.
The second half has been tough. Quick score update here in District 13 6A. Splendora leads Caney Creek 21-12 in the 4th quarter. Cleveland, the score still shows 20-0 in the 1st quarter. Willis is up 24-0 over Magnolia in the 3rd, and C.E. King is up 41-9 over Conroe.
Rough night for Conroe too.
Yeah. I'd love to see Cleveland get a win. That's a program that has had a rough few years as they've moved into the district with the Conroe schools. Haven't had a lot of things to be excited about.
Yeah, when you're going against teams who have really good histories like Willis and College Park and even the Woodlands, it's hard to be excited,
All right, Highlander offense back out, 3rd and 11. Cass was in the backfield. He's in motion. He's going to go out wide right. Empty backfield. Another quick throw. Cass is going to break a tackle, going to break another. He's going to be short of the 1st down. Maybe. Oh, they're going to give him a good spot here. And he will pick up the 1st down. That last effort got just enough. Used his speed to get out there and get the 1st down.
Great play call there by Coach Rapp.
Clock continues to roll, and it's what you want to see here if you're the Woodlands. Quick screen again, this time out to Stewart. Make a couple of spin moves here. It's going to pick up about 6 or 7. Every kid who just heard that, I know. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3. Clock continues to roll. If you're the Woodlands, you got to play some ball control here. You got to get some points on this drive. Hand off to Haskins coming to right side. Should have enough here for the 1st down. And he will move the chains. Nice pickup there by Haskins around that right side.
If you're the Woodlands, that's exactly in the position you want to be. You want to keep the chains moving and keep picking up positive yardage there. And so far, so good for the offense this drive.
Copeland with the keeper. Knifes his way through that left side. Another nice pickup. That's going to be about a 6-yard gain. Keeps the clock moving. Main thing you don't want to do here is turn it over. Hand off to Haskins up the middle. Nothing there. I think he gets back to the line of scrimmage there. Still going to make it 3rd and 4.
Caden Stewart now subbing in.
So this could be a critical play here. If Bridgeland can get a stop. Copeland with 3 receivers to his right. Oh, they're running a reverse with Cass, who's open. Oh, he's going to take it. Breaks around the left side. He's got 1 to beat. And he is going to be stopped at the 1-yard line, and it's going to be, we got a flag. I think it's going to be a horse collar there. Big play. Carter Cass on the reverse.
And that's exactly the play that the Woodlands needed to get their momentum started in this very, very close game.
Nice misdirection play there. And Carter Cass used his speed to get it within his face mask call. So to get the ball down to the 1-yard line, 58-yard run by Carter Cass.
Amazing play call there by Coach Rapp. And that's one of the things we see the Woodlands do is just to have those little trick plays in their back pocket to just rely on them when needed. And that was one of the times that they needed a play like that.
Copeland handing to Haskins. Waiting for the call. I don't think he got in. I think he was short. Before that play, Haskins has 11 carries for 48 yards. That'll be 12 for 48. So bring up 2nd and 1. So number 19, Bo Duke on the carry. And he was stopped short as well. So short, third and goal from the 2.
Try to see what the Woodlands is going to do here.
So you got to run that clock a little bit. There's just over 4 minutes left in the game. Highlanders have got a score of 6 here. You got to get a touchdown. And they're going to call timeout, run the clock down.
Timeout. Woodlands. That's their 3rd and final timeout.
So the Woodlands now, that Memorial Hermann timeout, use their final one of the game. So your 3rd and 2. You don't have the offensive line push like Bridgeland. You don't have the big fellas like they do. This is where it gets tough for if you're the Woodlands. Because you can't just, you're not able to control that line of scrimmage like Bridgeland was able to do with their big boys. So you're going to have to do something a little creative here if you're the Woodlands.
You could also see, too, Coach Rapp could see if he would trust Hines enough to just put a little field goal through there. And
you're only up by 2. Field goal puts you up by 5. So Bridgeland gets the ball and goes down and scores a touchdown. So you've got to get a touchdown here. If you're the Highlanders, anything less than a touchdown is going to be tough. We've seen how Bridgeland the second half has been able to move the ball. So you got to figure out a way to get it in the end zone here. So Copeland, you got Cass in motion. Fake it to Haskins, roll out. He's going to keep it. He's going to take it in. Copeland with a touchdown. On the rollout, looking for a receiver and takes it in himself. On the Keating Chevrolet touchdown, Caden Copeland with his 3rd touchdown that he's been involved in tonight. 2 touchdowns passing and his first rushing touchdown. Puts the Highlanders up by 8. Pending the extra point. Oh, we have a flag.
let's see what will happen here.
I saw movement on the defensive line, but let's see what the referees call here.
I mean, the field goal kick was good, or the extra point was good, but we will see what the penalty will.
False start.
Oh.
On the kicking team, 5-yard penalty, re-kick.
Okay, so we'll have to kick again. Now, earlier in the game, Bridgeland did block an extra point, so it's not a gimme here. The Woodlands is going to have to make sure that they can execute this. The distance is not an issue for Hines. It's just making sure it doesn't get blocked. Snap, hold, kick is good. So with Hines' extra point, that puts the Highlanders up 30-21 with 4:19 left. So Bridgeland down by 2 scores. That was a great drive.
Oh, that's right.
So the Highlanders are in a good position here, but you still got to play good defense. You don't want them to get a quick score. And if you're Bridgeland, you're trying to get a quick score here because you know you've got to score twice.
Yeah, if you're the Highlander defense here, you just got to hold Bridgeland for another 4-ish minutes and hopefully take home a win.
Hines with the kick. And Bridgeland will let it go out of the end zone. So this game has been everything we thought it would be tonight. Great battle between 2 playoff teams, perennial playoff teams. And you know that Coach Lonnie Madison really wanted to come in here tonight to his old home stadium and put one on his old nemesis rival, the Woodlands.
Yeah, Coach Madison is coming from formerly with College Park, which was one of the biggest Woodlands rivals.
So Villanueva back to pass. He's got all kinds of time. He's got a man open, and it's Schwab with the catch out of the backfield. Made a good catch there to make up for the big drop he had earlier. And they'll go hurry up offense here. This is where the Highlander defense really needs to get some pressure. Villanueva stepping up. He's going to run. He's going to slide. As the clock continues to run under 4 minutes. Second and 5. So play action. He's got a man wide open again, and that's going to be Ewing. What you didn't want to happen if you're the Woodlands just happened. Big play. And Bridgeland is in scoring position.
Yeah, we've seen this this whole second half. Just the Woodlands allowing big plays and Bridgeland.
Hand off to Schwab, and he'll have his 4th touchdown of the night. And just like that, Bridgeland storms down the field and is back within 3.
Well, if you're Bridgeland, you got to be answering that really well, and the kick was good. So after that drive, Woodlands 30, Bridgeland 28.
Stay tuned, folks. This game ain't over yet.
Yeah, this game is very close. It is still anyone's game here.
That drive was way too quick. That was an impressive drive by Bridgeland. They went down the field with ease.
Yeah. If you're Coach Tolliver looking ahead to next week, you got to make some changes here, and attack and with mentality and a different approach. So we'll see if now the Woodlands offense can control the ball for the next three-ish minutes.
So Carter Cass tonight is the leading rusher and receiver. He's got 59 rushing yards and 51 receiving yards, including a receiving touchdown. But this is going to be again, every drive is critical at this point. So Bryce Stott is back deep to receive the kick as the Highlanders playing up in case there's an onside. And they elect to kick it deep. Stott will receive it at about the 6-yard line, and he's going to bring it out. And we've got a flag on the field as he is knocked out at about the 18-yard line. Let's see what we have here from the officials. So if you're the Woodlands, you don't want this going against you and moving you back further.
Been a lot of penalties tonight as well.
And it looks like it will be against the Highlanders as the officials are walking it back.
Return. We had a legal block below the waist on the return team, number 29. Half the distance to go, first down Woodlands.
So that'll bring a 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. 3 minutes and 6 seconds left here in the 4th quarter of a 2-point game. Copeland's back out with Haskins in the backfield. As the Highlanders offense shifts and gets ready to run this first play. Handoff to Haskins, who tries to go up the middle, and there is nothing there. 92, Graydon Krug, the junior defensive lineman, plugging up the middle of the field there. and basically got it back to the line of scrimmage. So the Highlanders continue to let this clock run down. But you got to be careful here.
There's about 10 seconds left on the play clock. They have no timeouts. They have to get this ball snapped.
So screen out to the left side. Bourne makes a miss. Bourne breaks free. He's up the sideline. Big play there. Again, using his speed. Make defenders miss. Get the first down. Get the Highlanders out of their territory there. So get it out to the 38-yard line on the Gullo first down by Bryson Bourne. Play clock winding down again. He's down to 9 seconds.
Got to snap the ball.
Hand off to Haskins up the middle. Good yardage there. That should take you down to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, the Woodlands is going to let the clock run down here. And so with that, we are at the 2-minute warning. Highlanders 30. Bridgeland Bears 28.
2-minute timeout.
So you now have a 2nd and 6 coming up. You got to keep this momentum going. That was a great play by Bourne. Bailing them out of that situation there. They were stuck. If the first guy makes the play, that's for a no gain. And Bourne was able to make a miss and then use his speed and get out to the outside for a big play. The Highlanders receivers have been able to do that a few times tonight. That was a 24-yard reception by Bourne that swung the momentum back in the Highlanders' favor. And so here in this next 2 minutes, it's going to be critical. He's picking up some yards, getting first downs, and holding on to the ball. Don't give that Bridgeland offense a chance.
Yeah, if Bridgeland gets the ball here, they have a chance to easily just light up this Highlanders defense and go down and score. It really is anybody's game here.
The second half, the Bridgeland offense has been unstoppable. The Highlanders have had no answer for them on defense tonight, second half. So here we are, 2nd and 6. Haskins in the backfield with Copeland. Copeland's going to keep it himself, go around the left side. He's going to pick up 2 or 3. So it'll be a short 3rd down, manageable 3rd down. Clock continues to roll. Bridgeland has all 3 timeouts. And so at some point, you got to think they're going to start taking some of these timeouts. As they let the clock wind down. They're trying to save their timeouts for their offense. Woodlands needs a play here. Hand off to Haskins. I think he's going to be short. He is. He's going to be short. So the Bridgeland defense holds here. And they're going to take their first timeout. And so as we take this Memorial Hermann timeout to see what Coach Rapp and the Highlanders are wanting to do here in this situation. It's 4th and 2. You're up by 2. You're almost at midfield. Your defense has not been able to stop the Bridgeland offense the second half.
Yeah,
it's a tough situation here.
The second half, the Woodlands defense has looked pretty tired. This has not been able to stop Bridgeland as they've been in hurry-up offense this whole game.
Well, I think the Bridgeland offense this half has really had them on their heels. Between the run game, they were dominating with the runs up the middle, play calling And then when the Highlanders started loading up to stop the run, then they started play action and then started killing them with the pass. And if not for that defensive stop down in around the 10-yard line, it could be a totally different game right now. If they had decided to kick the field goal at that time instead of going for it on 4th down and not getting it. I wonder if you think Coach Madison would like to have that one back. Here we go. This could potentially decide the ball game here. So no timeouts for the Highlanders. 9 seconds on the play clock. You got to do something here quick. What are we doing? And they let the clock wind down. Highlanders are gonna punt this one.
Delay a game on the offense. 5-yard penalty. We play 4th down.
So with 1:15 left, the Highlanders decide they're gonna let their defense try to hold on to the victory tonight. They'll send the punt unit out with Bryce Stott. With Jackson Gruber back to receive the punt for the Bears. Good punt. Gruber calls for the fair catch. And he'll make that at about the 17-yard line with 1:08 left in this game. Highlanders clinging to a 2-point lead in what has been a very entertaining game tonight.
Yeah, it definitely has.
So out comes Villanueva and the Bridgeland offense, down by 2. Last drive, they went down the field in 4 plays. And so here we go. Villanueva back to pass. Quick throw out to the sideline, wide open. He has a receiver there. That's number 1, Charles Nelson, on the reception. First down, 1:03 left. 3 receivers to his left. Villanueva back to pass again. Throwing it out to the number 6, McGruber. Jackson Gruber. Can't make the catch there. Stops the clock with 58 seconds. 2nd and 10. So he was wide open and just could not pull it in. So the Woodlands catches a break there. So 2nd and 10. Empty backfield now for Villanueva. We're going to put Schwab in motion out of the backfield. We're going to throw it to him out in the flat. He makes a defender miss, makes another miss. And then a host of Highlanders are able to get him down after about a 7 or 8 yard pickup.
That was Aiden Ventura there on the stop.
Bridgeland's going to take their second timeout here with 46 seconds left.
That's their second timeout.
So I think this is where if you're the Highlanders, you have some inexperience here in your secondary this year. That in the past you've had that the Kason Bartolazzis and the Parker Stewarts and Jabbar Sullivans and Dang Way, those guys that you had that experience in the defensive backfield. So these young guys that are coming up this year, they're going to have to. They're in the fire tonight, so they need a play. Highlander defense needs a play here. As the crowd, the Highlander football team trying to get the crowd fired up to support their defense, get the band going. Villanueva back to pass. Oh, he's going to take up the middle. And he's stopped by Mark Magnus Herndon and Matthias Molito after a pickup, but he's going to get the first down on the run. Clock still running. He's going to spike it here. Stop the clock with 38 seconds and save their final timeout. The ball's on the 43-yard line. They only need to get into field goal range. They just need a field goal here. They don't need a touchdown. Villanueva back to pass. He's got time, throwing it out to the flat. It's going to be Gruber, who will get out at about the 49-yard line. The Highlanders continue to let those passes underneath, and they're getting out of bounds.
Yeah, if you're the Highlanders here, you have to adapt. Bridgeland is gaining yards and gaining yards fast.
Well, they're getting the out routes and getting out of bounds to stop the clock. Now the Highlanders are showing pressure here. And so here it is, short pass. Stopped, 24, Thomas Daigle. Short pickup. Clock is running, but they did pick up the first down. They're going to spike the ball there. Stopping the clock with 24 seconds. They'll make their adjustments. Villanueva back to pass. He's got a little heat coming. And he's able to make the throw out to Jackson Ewing. Big pickup. Down to the 31-yard line. He'll spike it again. 13 seconds left. They're close to being in field goal range. Right now you're looking at about a 48-yard field goal. Again, all they need is a field goal here. And so as they're trying to manage the clock and get in field goal range. Back to pass, Villanueva. Man wide open again on the sideline is Ewing. He's going to get out at the 20-yard line. Or excuse me, that's McGruber. Down to the 19-yard line, 7 seconds, and he got out of bounds to stop the clock. So you are definitely in field goal range now if you're Bridgeland. The Highlanders have not been able to make a stop on defense. And so it looks like they will be sending out the field goal unit with 7 seconds left. The Highlanders are out of timeouts.
Timeout on the field. Timeout, Bridgeland.
So Bridgeland will take their final timeout here.
Man, what a game this has been.
So now looking back to that blocked point after attempt earlier in the game could be the difference in this one tonight. So if you're the Highlanders, you've got to block this field goal. So you're looking at about a 36-yard attempt. From the right hash mark, you do have a left-footed kicker. The Highlanders need a big play here. Highlanders do not have a timeout, so they can't stop the clock so we'll see.
No timeouts.
And there, the kick is up, and it is good. With 3 seconds left. 3 seconds left. Bridgeland takes the lead over the Highlanders, 31-30. And the Bridgeland crowd is going crazy. After being down 14-0, the Highlanders have allowed Bridgeland to come back into this game, and now with 3 seconds left, need a miracle. What a game.
Yeah,
incredible game.
What a game this has been. Looking at a score update wise, Willis is up 24-0.
Splendora defeated Caney Creek 28-19.
And EC King is destroying Conroe 49-3 now.
And looks like we don't have an update on Willis and Magnolia and Springwoods and Cleveland at this point. But it looks like the Highlanders, with 3 seconds left, are on the verge of losing a heartbreaker here at home to start their 2026 season. So here we go with the Woodforest kickoff.
Down to the wire here.
And it's going to take a miracle here. So deep kick. Cass is going to bring it out. He's going to have to take it to the house in order to get this thing a win, and he's not going to be able to do it. And Bridgeland's going to win this game. So the final score here at Woodforest Bank Stadium, Bridgeland 31, the Woodlands Highlanders 30.
What a game, folks.
We'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight as we start this 2026 football season.
Yeah, just what a game. I mean, you know, the Woodlands started the first half just commanding this football game up 14-0, and then Bridgeland just came back and just was able to answer, was very skilled offensively and just tired out that Woodlands defense and ended up winning the football game. So it's been a good game here. It's been eventful. I mean, you know, it was close the whole time, and really after that, after Bridgeland started, they had momentum, and then they just carried that momentum through the rest of the game.
It was a different game second half. This Bridgeland offense was on fire. The Highlander defense had no answers whatsoever. It started with the running game, and then once they got the running game going, once they started hitting some play action passes, and the Woodlands had no answers. So congrats to Bridgeland on a stunning victory here over the Highlanders at home. And look forward to a great season. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of great efforts here tonight on both sides. Cash Schwab was incredible, over 100 yards rushing for Bridgeland, 4 touchdowns. Jason Haskins had a good game. Carter Cass had a great game, both rushing and receiving. Bryson Bourne, big plays. And just what a start. What a great, high-scoring, fun game tonight.
Yeah, so we look forward to, or we thank you for joining us for tonight's game. We look forward to next week, where we will have on the stream here at Woodforest Bank Stadium, we will have the Woodlands College Park playing Cy-Fair next Friday at 7. We thank you guys for joining us on the stream. And this has been Peyton.
And this is Rick, and I'm going to make Peyton go watch Die Hard now.
We will see y'all in the next one.